Have you noticed that when you get a promotion about an event, you find yourself registering later and later? I know I am. I get the information about the event. I'm like, oh, I should attend. But then I start to think, oh, is that a good time of year to go? Do I have something else going on? Oh, let me just sit and think about this for a little bit and I'll come back to it. That's exactly what a lot of my clients see because they run either industrial auctions or they do executive education programs. And they are finding that people are registering later and later for their events. And everyone's schedule is so packed. Even when they do register, and I know this has probably happened to you because I know it's happened to me, life gets in the way. A meeting pops up or a client calls at the last minute. An event that I thought I was going to attend, especially if it's a virtual event that I wanted to attend, it's not until 3 o'clock I realize, oh my goodness, I missed that event I wanted to attend. It happens to all of us. But how do we work it? How, if you are running an event, if you have an industrial auction or an executive education program, how do you market these events that are expensive? Like an auction executive education program, it takes time to get approval to attend these events. And that last minute rush of promoting an event sometimes can make or break how many people attend your event. And that is what I wanted to talk about today.
Before we jump in, your host is Donna Peterson, and you are listening to the B2B Marketing Excellence and AI podcast. We come to you every week with actionable tips and suggestions that can help you be more efficient, create better marketing plans, and be a salesperson that really closes those leads.
Today, I wanted to talk about email marketing. Email marketing is still one of the very best options you have when you've got that time sensitive offer that has to reach a direct individual. And with a little touch of AI, I'm going to talk about how we can use that to help us create that nice, consistent messaging that gets the people to actually know about the event, to register for the event, and yes, woo, show up for the event. I want this episode to be helpful for your next promotion. The challenges that we have when you marketing something that has high value, it's not about getting just one person to click. You've got to get that one person to click, but they need to get approval from probably two, three, sometimes seven individuals in order to get the approval to say, yes, we want to buy it. Some of the industrial auctions that I work with, the pieces of equipment are hundreds of thousands of dollars. You can just imagine one person gets the promotion, but then they've got to check out with operations management or CFO to get approval. Is this the exact piece of equipment we need? Do we have the funds? And will we have the funds on time to bid in on this piece of equipment? This is why when you set up that plan, when you're going to market something, you've got to make sure you start marketing it in enough time in advance so that you can get the right approvals. You can create the awareness and get that approval. And if you're talking about the executive education side, same thing. It costs a lot of money. You've got to get the approval from several different people within your organization, but then you've got to allot the time that you're going to take to be out of the office. Both your personal and professional life, you've got to make sure you can take that week to be wherever it might be in the world. Whether you're going to Massachusetts or you're going to New York or you're going over to London for one of these executive education programs, you got to make sure you have that period of time. And this is why marketing these events ends up being quite intricate and quite different than marketing any other type of product that is out there or offering. It takes time. You have to get that awareness out there, and then the reminders are so critical. You're not just getting that one person, like I mentioned, to click. You've got to get the messaging out for a series of different people to realize this is what you need for your organization, whether it's to get you that additional training or whether it is to get that piece of equipment. But email is the most reliable option. Let's talk about what I've seen work for my company clients. First is awareness. You've got to, as I mentioned, you've got to give people enough time to think about it and get approval. Start early. Start earlier than you think. With some of my industrial auction guys, will be at least a month from when the auction takes place. If you're talking about executive education, it could be 3 months or 6 months. You want to start planting that seed about these programs. The programs can be quite expensive, what that individual needs at this time to increase their knowledge so that they can do a better job. Start early enough. Think back about what it is your offer is and what the people need to do to get the approval from different organizations or different departments to get the approval to say yes. You want to start out there. What AI can do to help you out is not only help you, yes, with the timing, talk about cadence. You can go back and forth with AI. What would be the best cadence for certain titles or certain industries? But then also how to segment the lists that you have, whether it's an internal list or whether you're going external to different industry specific publications, which I'm a big advocate of. But when you go to use those lists, you've got to think about who is the messaging going to? Is it going to operations management? Is it going to a CEO? Is it going to the policy making individual within an organization? You've got to think about the titles and then you've got to make sure your messaging speaks directly to them. When I'm talking about email marketing, it is not about just plummeting out messages. It's not just about selling the program or selling the auction. I'm about educating the individual so that they make the decision that they need it, that they need that specific piece of equipment, or they need to attend that program because it's going to help their company move their business needle. It's educating, which hopefully starts to form that relationship that instills trust. When people trust your brand, they are going to want to work with you. There's so many companies out there offering a variety of services. When it comes to industrial auction companies, there's tons of industrial auction companies out there promoting auctions. You've got to make sure you stand out by offering value. Same thing with executive education programs. There are tons of executive education programs, whether it's in person or it's online, and you've got to make sure your program stands out. Your program is unique. And you're probably saying, then Donna, how do we do this? What's the secret? The secret is to slow down and to really think about the message and who it's going to so that you can offer value every single time. You're not selling. You're trying to help the individual to make smarter and timely choices, to make those decisions. People don't want to get, buy now, you've got to buy this piece of equipment. It's going to be amazing for yours. No, show them the large picture about what this piece of equipment would do for them if they brought it in-house. Show them if they took this executive education, they took time out of their work schedule to spend a week, wherever it might be, on education, it's going to move their business needle. You want to do that. That's the first thing, is you want to get those awareness messages out there, but make sure they're deep. They're deep with value, not just cookie cutter type messages. They're deep with value. That takes time, but it will pay off. And I have seen it pay off with my clients in both sector. Anyone who's holding an event, when they've concentrate on the awareness that really offers value, it has paid off for them. The second thing is the reminder. You've got to make sure that the emails that go out, they're consistent and that they support each other. You don't want one email message to say this and then a second one to go out, but the two don't really support each other. They don't complement each other because it's like the second email standing all alone and you're starting from ground zero. You don't want to do that. You want each of your email messages to build off of each other. You start with that first awareness email, and then everything after builds up. And that's what creates that great messaging to the individual that will help them make the decision of they cannot live without it. They have to buy that piece of equipment. And if they feel this way, that is the message they're going to pass on to everyone in their team that has to give the approval to say yes. They have to become a big advocate for this auction or for this executive education. And that's when you offer value. Reminders aren't, like I said, about pushing them to buy. It's not hurry up and buy, scaring them that they're going to miss out. Only 2 seats left. No. The reminding messages are for guiding the individual to help them make that decision. These follow-ups add short, value-based messages that again share insight, give them updates, give them reasons why this matters, why they should attend this auction right now. Maybe it is because the auction, the equipment's right here in the United States and can get into their facilities quicker. They won't have to deal with any tariffs or extra taxes or customs because it's right here in the United States. Or maybe it is a reminder that if they do this executive education program, they're going to be up to date on how to handle crisis when it happens. You're going to be able to circumvent all that anxiety that happens because you will have the training to handle it right away. Remember, you have to add this reminder so it's value added, giving them insights, giving them updates, and having it be consistent. And along the way, make sure they realize that deadlines are coming up. Again, AI can help you write these reminders, make them sound that they're genuine, coming from you and offering value each time. But with AI has a reminder, so it's keeping track of what did that first email say. Make sure that they're building off of each other, getting the people closer to making the decision. And when you use AI for this reminder, always tell them who it's being written for. Is it for the CEO that needs the full picture? Is it for more the engineer that wants the specs? You've got to put that messaging in there for AI to give you back the right type of message that you can actually use that will help that person, guide them so that they will make a decision. Things might be registration closing soon. Here's one more reason why you should attend this event. Give them those reasons. They might forget. They might have in their head, like, this is a great conference to attend, but why? And the third thing, when you're doing these email marketing messages and this campaign so that they build off of each other to help them make the decision, is simplicity. Make the action effortless. You don't want people to be running around trying to figure out where is the registration button? Where's the bid now button? How many days do I have until the deadline for an executive education program? Your final reminder should make it easy to take that next step. It has to be easy. Our schedule is too busy. I know me. If I get something and I can't find what I need, I'll bop off. I'll be like, okay, I'll get back to this later, but you never get back to it. Make sure one clear button that summarizes the benefit in one line. Don't give people big, long paragraphs. They're not going to look at it. Sometimes when I see those big paragraphs, again, I push it off to the side. It's something I'm going to get back to later. And maybe you've got some old content. Maybe it was an award-winning piece of content that you had years ago that really worked. why don't you put it into AI and see if AI can summarize it and give you a more short, natural sounding message that would then respect the reader's time. It could be very short. Maybe it's adding bullets instead of those big paragraphs. You want the individual to be able to digest what you have because, like I said, the one individual that's getting it, they have to become your biggest advocate because they have to turn around and explain it to other people. It's not going to be just one person making the decision. It's multiple people, and you need to get those people on board. Those three things I have mentioned above, where you've got to make sure that it is the awareness. You got to work on awareness, the reminders, and you've got to keep it simple. But this has to be planned out. You've got to have a good strategy, you have to have a good cadence, and you've got to make sure each messaging offers value and you show that you truly care. You're not just trying to sell. You honestly feel that this auction can help them because they can get the equipment into their facilities faster. Think about those three things the next time you set out to do an email marketing campaign. Marketing expensive and time-consuming offers takes empathy and planning and consistency. Like we talked about above, you've got to have the awareness, reminders, and simplicity. When it's done right, help that busy professional follow through. Not because you're pressuring them, but because you're giving them all the information they need. AI can't replace the human side of your messages, but it can help you stay organized, consistent, and present for your audience. You want to be present so that your messages stand out in the individual's inbox, even when time is tight. At the end of the day, it's not about one campaign. It's about showing you care. It's about building those relationships by offering the value-based messages that will instill trust that the individual will want to read more of your messages because they're getting valuable information out of it, but it's also guiding them and helping them to make that decision. If you like this episode, please click below, hit subscribe, leave a comment. I want to hear from all of you. Are you slowing down as you do your email marketing campaigns to create real value in them that forms that relationships that instills trust? If you need help doing that, because I know it is a very time intense process with a lot of research, please feel free to reach out to me at dpeterson@worldinnovators.com. Our entire mission here at World Innovators is to inspire success. Have a great day. Until next time, everyone. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the World Innovators B2B Marketing Excellence and AI podcast. If you'd like to be updated when new episodes come out, don't forget to subscribe. Also, check out our social media accounts to stay up to date on B2B marketing trends.